Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and, well, I'm here to talk about Fallout 76. The game where everyone is wondering what is going to happen to, and I can confirm that it is a pile of shit. I played the beta. I played it on Xbox One. I mostly play PS4, but I did play it on Xbox One, and it ran like shit. So, for the people who are defending it like Mr. Matty B and shit like that, the people who say, oh, I had no problems, they're lying. You fucking did. I played on an Xbox One S. It's guaranteed it's not an X, but I guarantee it would not run any better on the X, unless you were not playing in 4K, which, I mean, why not? So, but it ran like garbage. That's my first complaint with it. It's just, I feel like it is probably one of the most boring games I've played this year. I don't know what's about it. It's just so boring. And I hate when people say that the hate is unjustified. It is just so... It is one of the most boringest games I've played this year. Or actually, sorry, in a long time. Usually I'll let, like, Angry Joe or someone else, you know, review a boring-ass game. But I played it myself, and I played it with a friend, too. I played it with a friend, one of my friends. And I was bored as shit. The story is possibly the most boring part about it. Because there is no story. Please try to tell me there's a story. I will slap you across the face with my dildo. Just kidding. No gay. But anyways, yeah. There's no story. So, what is the point of this Fallout? The point is that you have to play online. But if you don't want to play online, then you're pretty much fucked. I'm so out of words for it because I can't think of anything better. I had to replace the gameplay with Black Ops 4 footage because I thought this would be more entertaining. That's how boring it was. I felt like I was just dying of boredom. I think my friend didn't like it either. I don't know if it's just subjective, like maybe some people will like it, some people won't. I think it's gonna be a Sea of Thieves, No Man's Sky type situation. And what I recommend you do is you cancel your pre-order. I did not have fun playing this beta. I did not enjoy myself. I thought it was so boring. But I don't know. I think you just cancel your pre-order, and then what you do is you do something crazy, right? You wait for it to get updates and regular content. That would make it 10 times better than what it is now. It is so unbelievably boring and just so frustrating to play. It ran like shit too. Like I thought games play best on the Xbox One according to the Xbox One ads. Games play best on Xbox One. Yeah. But then it ran like shit. I'm pretty sure it didn't run any better for PlayStation users. But I was bored the entire time. My friend was bored. We had to go back to freaking Black Ops 4. Now Black Ops 4 is not without its issues. I'm going to go ahead and start off by saying that it has its glitches. It has a lot of its glitches. And maybe needed another couple months to cook in the oven, I would say, before it's ready. But it's so unbelievably frustrating. Like, Black Ops 4 is a frustrating game, but at least I can have some fun with it. Fucking Fallout 76 is it's just not fun. I promise you when I say it's not fun, it's just not fun. Just wait for it to go on sale, wait for it to get updates. No Man's Sky turned out to be a good game about 2 years later, so I feel like I don't know how this game is going to work out. I don't know if it's going to turn out the same way. It runs like ass. Like it's 30 FPS. I mean, it looks like trash. I would have honestly enjoyed if they would have made a Blackout type style map, like a size that big, made it 60 FPS, and then let players do that. That's a big enough map to where you could do that shit. And then charge like $30 for it and make it a mode. It feels like more of a mode than anything. Because there's no story to it. You try to tell me there's a story, I'm going to slap you in the face. It's like, no, it's just absolutely not. There's no story. I'm not listening to audio logs for my story. Now, BioShock did that, but BioShock actually had well-written audio logs, and you're playing a solo game. Why would you make it audio logs, if you're, like, what? Audio logs what if you're talking? Like, what if you have 4 people? This game's multiplayer. Why would we all shut up for an audio log? That sounds so retarded. Everyone shut up, be quiet, audio log, the story's here. No, it just doesn't happen. I'm not immersed. I don't care. I don't care what happens to characters. I literally, the mission that I stopped at and I got so bored with it was the mission where I had to detect if there was a problem with the water. Yes, there's a problem with the water. It's a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Why is that a mission? Every mission is like a fetch quest. It's boring. It's just dumb, dude. I swear to God. I feel like it just drives me crazy. So, I'm giving you an honest opinion. You know, you have Mr. Matty B over here, or Mr. whatever his name, Mr. Matty B, I don't know his name, who's calling it really good, and it's fun, but it has its problems. Yeah, no, it's not fun. I mean, it might have been subjective to Fallout players, but here's the thing. Even if you're a Fallout cocksucker, you gotta admit it has problems. Like, you can't just sit here and defend it. I mean, I like Call of Duty. I mean, I have problems with Black Ops 4. But my God, there are problems with Black Ops 4. I can at least admit it. I can at least admit it with that with any game there's problems with. But you look at games like Red Dead Redemption, and then you look at games like Fallout 76, correct? And then you think to yourself, why would I spend $60 on Fallout 76? Now, guaranteed you could play with your friends, but it's more worth $30 to $20. Not even that. I'd give it a 2 out of 10. I would give it a 2 or 3, depending on what they do, depending on how many, whatever. Yeah, just depending on what they do. They have to really update it, really provide good updates, and maybe become higher. But it's possibly one of the most boring things I've ever played. There's just nothing about it that's interesting, and I feel so sorry because they could have. What they could have done was they could have made a smaller Fallout. Fallout doesn't have to be the biggest thing in the world. Like, you don't have to make a map 4 times the size, because there's nothing in that map. You have a 4 times size or a bigger map than Fallout 4, but yet there's nothing in it. There's nothing in the map. It's so boring. I'm walking around with my friends and thinking about what to do. What are we gonna do? And these events are terrible. One of the worst things that ever could have happened to this game is PvP. PvP is such a laughing stock in this game, and such an unbelievable failure. I wondered how they even got away, how they're even going to get away with it, and how people think it's acceptable. What the frick is passive mode? I understand that, you know, you have passive mode to like level 5, but it's so dumb, it just ruins the game. Oh, I'm sorry, for solo players? Oh, cry about it. Like, really, like, I'm playing a multiplayer game. Let me kill some people. Like, I'm not... Who plays this game solo thinking that, man, they're going to get a great solo experience out of it? When people... A lot of the Fallout fanboys will say, oh, it's a perfectly fine solo. You can play it solo. It's a perfectly fine solo experience. No, it's not. It's boring. If you're going to be bored on co-op, like I did, maybe you have some fun. I had more fun making fun of the game with its environmental storytelling than I had actually playing the game. We were making so many jokes about the game that was more funny to me, and how laughable, and how I was having so much more fun with that than I was actually playing the game. And that's a huge problem. Now, like I said, granted, Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption, they have their issues. Granted, Black Ops 4 has more issues than Red Dead Redemption, and very big issues like blue screening and stuff like that, which make me very angry. But you know what? We'll leave that one for another day. You think I'm only tackling Fallout 76? The thing about it is, I kind of like Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 has its problems, and there's some things I don't like about it, but I relatively enjoy Black Ops 4. I just don't enjoy Fallout 76, and that's coming from a guy who actually respects Fallout 76. It's relatively weird that it's just like they went this far thinking that no one's gonna notice, and I'm surprised people actually defend this game. People saying that it's different. That does not matter whatsoever. It doesn't matter if it's different. It doesn't make it better, okay? Just because it's a different Fallout doesn't make it a better Fallout, you know? I want to enjoy the game for how it is, and I totally understand. I wish they would have emphasized it more on co-op than anything. I'm telling you, make a Blackout style size map. It might not be the biggest map in the world, but maybe make it a little bit rounder. I don't know. Do something along the sides of that. Make it a survival game, but release it for $30, and there you go. You did it. And add in weapons, add in survival aspects, add in a unique You already have a setting for it. You don't need dinosaurs. You have a post-apocalyptic world. I mean, that's not like every other world survival game. But that's so much better. It's so much better than what this could have been. And this is $60. It's a $60 game. It's laughable at best. It's laughable. You think I'm gonna you're joking if you actually think I'm gonna pay $60 for a game like this. It not only doesn't run like shit, it's just I'm so mad. I even thought about pre-ordering this game, but I knew this was gonna be a flop. I'm kind of mad in some ways because I like Fallout. You know, Fallout had its issues. Do not say that it's a beta. Now it is a beta, but do not say it is a beta, because guess what? It's practically release date. It comes out what day is today? What the 14th, 15th? Or sorry, the 4th or 5th? It comes out in like 9 to 10 days. You think they're gonna fix the game in like less than 2 weeks? They're not. They're not gonna do anything to this game. That's what the sad part about it is. I think what's gonna happen is this game is gonna become greater over time than it is right off the bat. If I'm being 100% honest, I think it's gonna become great if they provide updates with it. 2 years, don't abandon it. I want this game to fail. I don't want most games to fail, but when they fail, then they have a chance to rise up again and realize what they've done wrong. They need to stop with the engine. That is my biggest complaint out of all this. The engine is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It is from Oblivion, I'm pretty sure. It's that old. And was that like 2006? I don't remember when Oblivion came out, but you get the idea. It's an old engine. Why would you still use an engine from like a long time ago? I mean, granted, Call of Duty's engine is terrible, but they mainly max out at 60. They know how at least to operate their game mostly at 60. Now there is frame rate drops, granted, but 30 FPS that old, like, come on, dude. You're literally asking for it, bro. You're asking for it. It's like you want me to criticize this game. There's nothing special about this game. This game's not special. Do not buy it, please. It's boring. It's possibly one of the most boringest games I've ever played in a long time. And thank you everyone for watching. That's pretty much going to wrap it up. I'm not buying Fallout 76. I don't think it's going to have a disaster of a launch. I just think most people aren't going to play it. So, thank you everyone for watching, and bye.